Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to answer a question that maybe many of you have, and that's if I have to choose a combo for practicing at home, what's the better solution? The old school valve or tube amps, digital amps like the Boss Katana, or the almost forgotten transistor kind of amplifier. So I have three. I ordered these three amps from strumentimusicali.net that I really thank for helping me out and making this video possible. And I want to start with the Blackstar, the Debut 50, that actually represents the transistor type of amplifier. Now, I'm used to play through my tube Marshall DSL 50 with Torpedo Captor, so an hybrid setup, and listening to it through my monitors. And I have to say that I'm used to that, and I think it's pretty much the same experience that you will have with the modular, okay? So you will listen to your guitar through a stereo pair of monitors, and going back to a small combo amp, it's a completely different experience, and I think that it's kind of a useful experience nowadays. I think that many of us almost forgot this kind of easy setup, and I think that this setup is really useful for the beginner player and as well for the pro. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So this amplifier, one more thing. As you can see, I'm using the Shure SM57 to mic the amps, and I have also an AKG condenser microphone to capture more of the room. And for making this test, since I want to be helpful for anybody that needs a combo amp for practice purpose back home in a flat kind of situation, so without the ability to play in a really loud environment, I will play these amps kind of in a quiet, setup. So starting with the clean tone of the Blackstar. Okay, this is really acceptable volume, okay? Okay, so first thing of all, I'm not used to play this kind of style a lot, especially lately, and this type of amplifier kind of inspired me to play like that. And I think it's a good thing, because I'm used to always shred like an idiot, and with this kind of amplifier I'm trying to make more music, to play in a more musical way, and I think it's a great thing. You know, gear has to inspire, and I think that's a great thing to consider. When we switch to because we have two channels here, I didn't say that earlier. We have two channels, a clean and a distorted one. The EQ, the Blackstar ISF, kind of British and American type of EQ. With the reverb, it's kind of really nice, and other little features like the line in if you want to jam along backing tracks and stuff. But I just want to focus on the playing, on the playing side of these things, without all these features and everything. The clean tone for me is really nice, really cool. However, when I switch to the distorted channel, The tone is not bad, but it's not really inspiring. It's just that, you know, even if I'm always shredding, like, you know, as I said before, I'm always playing that kind of stuff, with this type of amplifier I'm not really keen to do, because the tone is really uninspiring to me. It's kind of a little bit harsh, and you can definitely feel that the speaker wants to move more air, but with this level of volume we already are, no, I don't want to say loud, but if you have really sensitive neighbors, maybe they will not be happy, you know. So that's a thing to consider, definitely. And to me, there's no comparison on distorted tones with, for example, a modeler, a guitar plugin, or even better, an hybrid setup. That would be far more superior in terms of, you know, joy while you're playing, at least to my taste, but I think you will agree. But the clean tones, they're really, really nice. But anyway, let's move to the second category of product. So we'll go plugging in the Marshall. Give me just a second. Okay, with this amplifier, the tone is a little bit more bright. Has less bass because we have an 8-inch speaker, while the previous one, the Blackstar, had a 12-inch speaker. But it's kind of like more bitey. So I'd like to turn down a little bit the tone control on my Les Paul. And actually, with this Marshall, it inspires me a little bit more to play in a kind of a bluesy way. Okay, and less jazz. I don't know, there's something about the percussion, the percussiveness of the amp that, you know, I don't know, it just like, that's the beauty, you know, of these things, that inspires you to play in a different way, but still kind of inspiring, okay? With these ones, if you switch to 0.1 watts, then you can increase a little bit of the volume, especially on the clean channel. So you can have more kind of a breakup. If you're into that kind of tones. Okay, more reverb. It's nice, okay? It's a nice tiny amp, especially if you want to play more bluesy stuff. However, if you switch on the distorted channel, again, I can definitely hear the Marshall type of tone, but not that inspiring to me. I can still feel that it's, you know, a little bit constricted, you know, the speaker would like to move more air. So I can turn up the volume just a tiny bit. Yeah, the tone, I mean, that's kind of a Marshall type of tone, but it's not the type of tone that inspired me to play. Okay, while the clean one, yes, I could play for hours. With this one, okay, I have to, okay, I'll do it, but not my favorite tone. So again, I would say the same consideration as I did for the Blackstar. So it doesn't really matter if it's transistor or tube amps. Also in this case, cleans, good, distorted ones, and it's just because of the speaker. That's what I think. Anyway, let's move to the Boss Katana, one of the best-selling combo of the last years, I don't know how to say. Let me know in the comment section. Help me improve my English. Okay, the Katana is kind of a modeler inside of a combo amp, because you can choose between different type of amp. Now, right now we are playing through the clean type of amp. There's also variation. You have a lot of stuff, okay, on the Katana, and you don't necessarily have to use all of them. Right now, I'm also use a little bit of reverb and a little bit of delay. That, okay, this kind of tone, nice. Okay, it plays really, really good, and the tone is inspiring. It's nice, okay? I don't have any complaint at all. Maybe I can say that it's not as dynamic and responsive as the Marshall, for example. That's kind of more wild, I would say. You know, the Marshall is, it's less forgiving, while the Katana maybe it's a little bit more forgiving. But still, the clean tone, for me, it's a really nice one. Also, here we can choose to, we can select different wattages. Right now, I'm in 25 watt mode, and I can go to, you know, the brown type of amplifier that it's supposed to be kind of a brown sound. And okay, it's really loud at 25 watts. I have to turn down the volume. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Maybe it's better to switch to half of a watt. Yeah, it's more controllable. Okay, we can increase the gain. And that distorted tone is not that bad. Okay, maybe it's the best one among the three type of amplifiers. However, still, my feeling is kind of the same. Maybe it's a little bit more inspiring than the other two while we're playing it with a distorted tone, but it's not as great as the clean tone. Okay, so that's the thing of this video. Okay, I want to say, of course, you can place the microphone in a different way, and it's not about the tone per se, because maybe you can hear it better with the studio mic, the condenser mic. It's not about the EQ or anything, it's just about the feeling. When you're playing with a distorted type of tone, with a small combo like these ones, without having the chance to turn up the volume more, the tone to me it's not that inspiring, okay? So for my experience, I would say that a modular, even a cheap one, will give you a more joyful experience, while if you have to play with high gain tones, okay? It's more inspiring. Or even better, a plugin, you know. If you have an audio interface, you can just, you know, download. There's a lot of different plugins out there that, you know, they're really reasonable price that would give you amazing, okay, amazing lead tones. However, I think that everybody should consider to have a small amp like these ones, and it doesn't really matter if you choose the Valve. I know that the title would, you know, was like, what's the best one? The Valve or Tube ones, the transistor one or the digital one. To me, it doesn't really matter. They have three different kind of flavor. The Blackstar, it was really nice for playing more jazz kind of stuff. The Marshall maybe was my favorite one for playing more bluesy, rock blues type of tones. And the Boss, the Katana, is of course the more complete. It has a lot of features. You can record it through, you know, through USB, so you can do a lot of stuff. And maybe it's the one that has the lead tone that I liked better. However, that's up to you. Maybe let me know in the comment section which one you like better. And of course, you can find all the links of these products down below to the strumentimusicali.net store. But my point is that if you're a guitar player like myself, that you're used to play with plugins and hybrid setup and stuff like that, maybe having one of these would kind of awaken the more musicability. I mean, while I'm playing with clean tones with these amps, there's no place for mindless shredding, because the amp doesn't really want you to play like that. So you're forced to play in a more musical way. And that's a great thing. And actually, I wanted to make this video, especially with this purpose in my mind. Actually, you have to know that I have also tinnitus. So my initial thought was, what if I put an amp like down, so it will not go direct to my ears, so it will be like a less piercing type of tone. Even if I'm playing with really low volume, my tinnitus get worse when I'm playing, so I have to always use earplugs. And I definitely appreciate that in this way I can definitely play more without, you know, having hearing fatigue. And also I'm playing in a more musical way, and I'm more mindful about chords, chord progression. I'd like to, you know, to explore in a more musical kind of way, you know. I found myself to play more inversions. You know, this type of stuff that I know, but you know, with this kind of setup, I'm always like, okay, I gain and then shred like an idiot. So I don't know if this resonates with you. Let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm really curious about that. And I hope that this video is helpful for you, or maybe will give you some things to think about. And if you liked it, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out. And if you have any suggestions or questions or suggestions for another video, let me know, always in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Ciao!